guys, it's Louise here from Tarot Breeze, and I thought that I would do an evening walkthrough of a deck that I just got in the mail today, and it comes in this box here. Looks like this, and it's usually it's just called the Tarot de Marseille by Piatnik, the Austrian publishing house, but it's also known as the Tarot Rhenan, and it's made by Ignaz Krebs from Germany, from the Rhineland, and Rhineland, Rheinland-Pfalz, as it's called today, is located in the southwest of Germany, and having borders with France and several countries, and this deck, I just took it out literally off the box, and I haven't looked through it yet, so I'm going to share my first impressions with you guys. It's made by, as you can tell from this first card, by Ignaz Krebs from Fribourg-en-Brisgau, and it's a very sweet detail is how they spell tarot, E-A-U, to make it really French, you know, because that's the typical French ending of words, and in itself it means water. It's just oh. So instead of tarot, it's tarot, but pronunciation is the same. Just a sweet detail I thought that I would show you. Now, those are the goodies. I read about this deck on the internet, and of course, and googled a few of the cards, and I thought that it would be interesting to see this deck live. Colouring is a bit different than the early Tarot de Marseille decks. This deck is supposedly a mixture of Type 1 and Type 2 Tarot de Marseille, and I have tried to research when this deck was actually made, which was a bit difficult because everywhere it just says that this particular deck was made around the 18th century, so that doesn't really tell you very much, does it? But I found a French tarot blog or something, and somebody had been doing a lot of research, and it seemed that this deck has been made by Ignaz Krebs in 1736, apparently. So whether that's correct or not, I don't know, but that seems to be a definite possibility. With this box comes two little white books, one in Polish, I think, this one, and the other one in English. And this book doesn't say anything about this particular deck, which is quite, I mean, not unexpected, but it's really just too bad. I was expecting that it would say just at least something about the deck. But anyway, let's have a look at it. Oh yeah, sorry, it was originally reprinted as, you know, facsimile deck in 1984, and this version, the last card here, says that it is a reprint from 2018. So those were the formal infos. So it seems the deck is starting from the last card in the major arcana. Le Monde, Judgment, Le Soleil, La Lune. Wow. You see those deep colours here? I think it's almost a little. It's like a deep blue colour with a sort of green undertone, and the moon here is very pinkish, almost. The skin tone. Let's just see. Star. La Maison Dieu. Also very rosé coloured, and we have a rosé coloured devil here. I hope I'm not shaking too much. Oh, but yeah, I've seen that one before. You know, this sort of graphic detail. Interesting. The lovers. Okay. A very worried woman out here on his left. And the angel is not blindfolded, which is one of the characteristics, as I get it, of the type 2 and 1. Oh, and this Pope. Come on, isn't it just crazy? I mean, his face is almost... He hardly has a mouth, and he is... his eyes are going woo, which is really funny detail. Could make quite a lot out of that. I mean, we jumped quite a few cards here, but okay. The Emperor. She's quite uptight. Look at her face there. But also very, very sensitive, huh? Yeah. Clapapis. And this guy, what's he doing with his mouth? So let's see what happens. Okay. So we do get to see Le Mat. And then, what on earth happened to the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune? I'm just going to have a quick look, because that makes me a little anxious. Whether, you know, oh, no, here they come. You know, I'm going to pull them out and show the rest of the major arcana to you now, because otherwise it doesn't really make sense. I have no idea why it's all of a sudden between the... Oh, this is really weird. There's no logic in the way that those cards have been arranged. It's really weird. So let's wait with the minors for a moment. Okay, so okay, we have Temperance here. A little worried. Card 13. What's this king doing down here? Oh wow, that's actually a really frightening face. Or you can hardly call it a face, right? But his teeth, I mean, he's like a pirate, isn't he? Le pendu. Yeah, le pendu. And this is the funny thing, because the number is 12, and it's supposed to be like this, but then the words are upside down. Let's just try do this for a moment, and now the words are correct, and he's hanging downwards, but the number is upside down. So that is one of those funny things about this deck that I was looking forward to work with. So let's turn him around again. I mean, he maybe wants to be like that, you know. It does seem quite assertive, doesn't he? I mean, take a look at that face. Oh well. La force, strength. And now, la roue de fortune. See the top fella here sitting, squatting, having a tail over here, and what could be either a wing or his cape or its cape. It seems like it's maybe an animal of some kind. And then the figure over here is still somehow connected with what is usually a tail up here, but apparently this tarot Rhenan is one of those tarots where you can observe the progress or the transformation of this figure from being a clear figure into sort of being separated, being divided in two, leaving a flame up here, the tail turning into a flame, and then the person or the head of what used to be an animal, I think, turns into a person. And in some other decks following this one, you will see the person completely separated from this upper part and then lying, or I always look at it as though somebody is having the flu, like a bad flu, and lying in bed, you know, down here. So this figure has been undergoing a lot of transformation throughout different tarots that's been made, and I personally don't contribute any esoteric meanings. I think it's simply the way that that things evolve, and that was a natural way of wood block printing transforming. Yeah. So, oh, and this is the one that I was looking forward to seeing. This is the Hermit, and this, when I saw this on Google somewhere, I was like, this guy's totally different from any other Marseille hermit that I've seen. He is like he's wearing this huge blanket, right, or like the skin of a bear. A bear. What do you see? Bear. You say bear, right? So fascinating. I would love a coat like that. And his walking stick has some sort of, you know, like a top handle here. He's wearing sort of a scarf around his head, I think. Oh, I love this hermit. So happy to meet you. La justice. Ugh, she looks a little bit, you know, squeezed. Trying to survive the hard, tough dilemmas of life. Wow. Le chariot, so the chariot. It looks really young. Yeah. And the sea. Oh, was that? Is that a P or a C? What is this? I don't know. I don't know whose initials this is. Because Krebs is with K. I hope I'm not shaking too much on my hands. It's like I forget to hold it straight so that you can see it. But a very really nice feeling of circle down here around the horses, which is green and blue over here. I don't know if you can tell from the screen, you know, but it's green and blue. It's really lovely, the colouring. Okay, so those were the majors. And now I'm just going to show you some of those, maybe all of them. I don't know, it's been already a long video, so I'm just going to show you some of those. I like the colours. Now this one is a bit more sort of emerald green in real life when you see it. Also a reason for me getting this deck. Sorry. Look at that horse. That's so different from the usual Marseille. And look at, oh, the leg is almost breaking. See it? Oh, God. That's different. Pretty. Excuse me. I think it's supposed to be like this. That's weird. So, King of Cups. Queen of Cups. Yeah. And she has, in this deck, a staff. In some decks, it has been turned into a sword. This is a more typical horse, I would say, of the usual Tarot Marseille decks, or Marseille decks that I know of. Quite satisfied. King of Coins. Whoops, sorry guys. And no initials here. See? On the Two of Coins. Usually you would also have a year on this card. No. Ten of Cups. Oh, one of my favorites. Queen of Baton. She does look a little bit exhausted. Like really tired. Look at her. This woman has been beating up people all night, you know. What's that in her hand? At first glance I thought it was another hand, you know. Fingers, but no. No, let's say that it isn't. Oh wow. This horse is really upset. Wow, don't mess with this horse, okay? Guy looks really cute and nice and gentle, and the horse is like raging. It's on fire. Batons. Color is it's light blue and sort of warm light blue. Looking a bit worried, but doesn't he always? So they put the swords downwards. And this one, I would like it to be like this, but so you see in the next one, the gathering of the swords is blue up here, and over here the blue one is downwards, pointing downwards. So, I mean, this looks more natural, doesn't it? Or logic. Let's see about that. Yeah. No, they're both blue. Quite a powerful red sword. I mean, in real life, it's really red. It's like bright blood red. Wow. Another one. Quite a steady person. Oh my god. Oh, look at this guy. Look at his face. What's in his mouth? Is he smoking? Like 2 cigarettes at a time? Or what's going on? I don't know. Putting on a paper hat, maybe? The horse looking really... assertive as well. Yeah. Okay. Coins are sort of light brown in real life. They seem more sort of light yellow here. They're a little bit more brownish when you look at them. And we have some cups. This one's really pretty. And ending with the beautiful, beautiful Ace of Cups. Wow. Now the deck shuffles really nice. And yeah, easy as HELL to shuffle, and quite nice smell. So guys, this was the Tarot Rhenan, or the tarot by Ignaz Krebs, and looking so much forward to playing around with this deck. Thank you for watching, darlings, and ciao.